Today, we are proud to introduce to you a whole new category of ruggedized, hardened smartwatches. Greetings, and welcome to Smartwatch TIX. In this box is a new generation of watches. This is the Kospet TANK X1. You've heard a lot about ruggedized watches. Carbonox was one of the first on the market to give you 5 ATM waterproofing, MIL-STD specifications, all kinds of great stuff. Well, superseded, exceeded, and unbelievable certifications and Corning glass, 10 atmosphere, IP69 waterproof, and now hardened to MIL-STD 810H certification. Google it. Look it up in Wikipedia. Do whatever you need. ChatGPT. That is an amazing set of tests that these watches have to pass. And the brand new Kospet TANK X1 does it with flying colors. Sure, it's got AMOLED screen. Of course, it's got an always-on time display. I see you pulling your checkbook out already. Oh, wait a minute. You use PayPal and Venmo, right? I'll give you the buying links. How about right now, even before we open it up? Because I don't think you need to see the review. This is a buyer for sure. The TANK X1 directly from the Kospet official store, coming in at about $70, and hopefully we'll have a coupon discount to drop it even more for you. Directly from Kospet, or you can pick this puppy up from AliExpress. Yep, Kospet has an official store on AliExpress, and although it says it's a little bit more, there's a $10 coupon. It'll drop it down to basically the same price. Notice, while I'm filming this, it's in pre-order, but it will be available by the time you're watching it, and definitely jump over there and take advantage of that. Both buying links will be in the show notes for you, so check there. In terms of specs now, let's run through it. You're looking at 3D curved Corning glass. It's incredible. Gorilla Glass. You've got fitness trackers on here, 1.7-inch AMOLED, always on screen, we said, 10 ATM waterproofing. You know what that is? That's 100 meters underwater. This is a diving watch. When you go to the links and look at the pictures, you'll see people diving with this watch on. The MIL-STD, the Bluetooth 5.1, 256 megabytes of internal storage for your watch faces and your data and everything. The display is a 194 by 368 resolution AMOLED. Beautiful display. The always-on display. Now, there's 3 separate different displays you can choose from for your always-on. We'll show you those. You got the Corning Gorilla tempered glass. Yeah, touchscreen. Battery. Check this out. Another revolutionary thing. 230 milliamp hour pure cobalt battery. This is no longer lithium. We've got incredible new stuff in this particular watch. It's beautiful. Battery life 2 to 3 days. Always on display. 8 to 12 days of use and a 50-day standby with that battery in it. You can connect to the app Kospet Fit. They've even got their own app for this watch. Connect to your phone with Android or iOS. All the other chips and stuff in this one. The watch is metal, ABS, and PC with a nylon or non-replaceable rubberized strap on this one. So, specifications are right here. I'll let you freeze frame it. I'm not going to go into this in detail because I want to show it to you. Here it is, in the box. Everything you need to know is on here. Take a quick look at it. It's not Bluetooth calling, but it does have phone call reminder. You got body movement recognition, 50 days standby time, and so forth. And it's really... Oh, did you see the hologram on the front? They are packaging this thing to sell a lot. Here you go. You got a watch and a charging wire. Inside here is the watch itself. Now, it's in the form of a fitness band, and watch, so it kind of bridges both gaps. You can see I've already been in it. I took off the code there, and look at the build quality on this. It's all put together seamlessly. There's no holes, there's no possibility of any water intrusion. Yes, you can definitely swim, dive, do everything you want. Stay away from hot water. For any of these watches, hot water creates steam, vapor, and vapor can get in where water can't. But this is 100-meter waterproof. definitely a swimming diving watch. It's charged with a unique kind of a little dock. It's a tiny dock. The ports are right there, and you got to get it just right. It'll hook in there, and it's good and strong. It's a 2-pin charging unit, and by the way, when it's charging, you'll get an always-on display clock on here to show you the power level and the time as well. So that's a nice added feature. There's nothing underneath here. It doesn't come out. The back is, or the box is secure. However, hidden inside the top is the Tank X1 user manual under a little lip. Be sure to check there, okay? Here you go. You've got a thank you, official support, 2-year warranty on this one. Any of you guys worried about sending it back or having problems, Kospet is standing behind their products. Kospet.com. And here's the actual user's manual. We run through this and see you've got color pictures of it. There's its charging, a sports key and a power key. You got heart rate, blood oxygen sensors and charging port on the back. And about the different keys and how you use them. You've got long, short, and quick, double taps, all those kinds of things. The sports key, same thing. There you go. That's a picture of what the clock looks like when you're charging it at night. And QR code for downloading the Kospet Fit app. Although we do have it in the show notes down below, you can just click there and go over. You want to download that directly from your Google or Apple store. And then you get into more of the information on the watch, some nice pictures about it. Here's how you pair it and tether it to the app. And then these are some of the displays that you're going to see. You can set the always-on display capability. That's really easy to do. And, of course, you can have twist your wrist to see the time incorporated with that as well. Setting alarms, updating the firmware if there's any firmware you need to update. That's about it. Again, they can download this user's manual in PDF. Oh, that's good to know. That's something new, too. Okay. And then you're into different languages, French and Spanish and Turkish and so forth. You ready? Here we go. We got the right-hand button says power. You press and hold. Give it a moment. And there you go, into one of the opening watch faces. The faces are great. The detail and resolution of the watch is phenomenal. I love this one. Digital, analog, and everything you need. Your heart rate, your calories burned, your step count, all in one screen. When you swipe down, you get into a lot of different controls here. Bluetooth connectivity, your power level, do not disturb. You can lock the watch. You have to press both buttons to release it from the lock. You got brightness control that is so bright it just totally blooms out. Easy to see outdoors. And all the way down takes you down to like this, which is pretty nice and soft. We'll run it about there. You got vibration and do not disturb, the QR code for pairing, twist your wrist to see the time, all of those things. In settings now is where we turn on the always-on display, change your watch faces, select languages, time and date, although it'll pick that up from your phone when you tether to it. The brightness control we saw, your overall screen time, and this is where you can set it from as low as 5 seconds to as high as 60 seconds. That's when it's on for real, not the always-on display, which will be there as well. You've got sport recognition mode. When you have this turned on, it will recognize when you're walking, running, cycling, elliptical, and rowing. I don't know how I can distinguish all that, but it can. The power savings mode, this is one of those where you get the low power mode to give you a much longer battery life, lowers the brightness, all that stuff. And then there's the app download QR code, the systems menu where you reboot, power off, and reset, and then an about that gives you the information about the watch itself. So that's pretty much it, but I want to turn on the AOD, the always-on display, like so, in style 1 for an effective duration of 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. So you can have it set so once you go to bed, it won't be on and won't have your watch lit up. You can, of course, change that to your liking. Now, to show you how this works, we're going to come back here to the watch face. I'm just going to press it to turn it off. And your first one is a digital A nice white digital against black, but there's a little color thread running through. Now, yes, it is dimmer than what you see in the watch. It just woke up. But it's always on display for low power, but still the ability to see the time. We'll show you the other two versions a little bit into the video. When I swipe this way now, I get exercise for today. It's showing you your calories burned, distance traveled, and steps. It's morning, so I don't have a lot of data on here. However, I can slide up and show you midnight to midnight. Those are the steps in a bar chart. And then here's weekly summary of your total steps over a period of 7 or 8, Sunday through Saturday, 7 days. Come over here now, you get the sleep time. You actually get the breakdown chart that you can see of between deep, light, and REM sleeping. This does do the scientific sleep capability. And if you took any naps, it'll even record your naps and show you here. So you doze off for a while. Uncle took a 2-hour and 15-minute nap. Yeah, I know. Youth. Anyway, you got all that going for you. Come over here. It's automatically starting, presuming you're wearing it. I'm going to put my finger, over the port there, so it'll pick up the information from my skin. It's going to do a live measurement of your heart rate just landing on this page, and it's also going to show you your history of heart rate throughout the day. Now, I got to mention, I'm preparing so many reviews, and I'm up to 4 watches on my arms at once. This one occupied the underneath side of my right hand, right there. That's not where you're supposed to wear it, so I'm getting some strange numbers on this one, but that's not the way the watch performs. I just want to show you the graphics. If I had it properly in position, it probably would give us some different readings, but that's how I wore it last night, so some anomalies in here, a little bit of missing data on the blood oxygen, because that's just not really the best place to be picking things up. When I'm over here, I can hit measure, and you see it's, come back here, measure, and it's using the red diodes. You see that there? But boy, it times out quickly, see, and it flips to green. I won't take a full measurement, but it'll give you the measurement here, and it's showing you the range of measurements over midnight to midnight, and marks during the hours that it took those measurements. Blood pressure uses green diodes. Here's the readings that I've gotten, and shows you the systolic, diastolic marks at that time frame. It's not continuous for blood pressure. It is for the blood oxygen and heart rate, so you have to take it manually by hitting the measure button. Now, come over one more, and it's showing you your forecast information in your exact location, by golly, which I'm covering with my thumb. Tells you the weather forecast. It shows you your UV, humidity, your overall forecast for the next several days, which is pretty awesome, right on the watch. Of course, that's coming from your phone, so you have to be paired and set that up in the app. You can add components here. The green dots means they're already in, so you see all of these are already part of it, but I could add a music player. I don't have that in there yet, so adding that would bring in the music player, which of course there's no speaker on here, but you can control the speaker of the music playing on your phone. And it's not just music. You could have podcasts, whatever you stream audio, you can control it from here as well. Okay, let's go back into AOD and change the style number to, okay, effective duration is the same. I'm going to come back now to the main screen, and we're going to turn it off. Look at that, almost 10 o'clock, and it's got seconds on this watch face. I really like this watch face. This is a soft analog watch. You can see the red second hand on it, and the 2 hour and minute hands on here. It's dim, I grant you that. It's not going to be easily viewable outdoors. You'll have to cup it like that. But it's always on. It is viewable indoors, and it's another one of those AMOLED screen capabilities. Bring it back to the watch face, come up, you got notifications sent from your phone, and if you scroll this way now, you get into all of the different apps. We have sports, and we have a whole bunch of them. I think there's 70 some odd sports for this watch. Just a few of them are listed here. Of course, swimming, 10 ATM. Yeah, this will definitely be a water-capable watch. Soccer, volleyball, cricket, yeah, rowing, all kinds of them. There's no GPS module. Don't have any of that. This is really an adventure swimming kind of a watch on here. You've got your daily exercise. We saw that. Heart rate, blood oxygen. We saw all of that. We saw sleep. I mean, I mean that, you know, the tabs, the cards that we went through are the same thing as shown there. Blood pressure we saw and played with. You've got the messages that was swiping up. You saw the weather forecast. Okay, alarm clocks. This is where you can add an alarm to the device. The music player we saw. And here's breath rate. You can measure your breath rate here, and it's going to actually let you know what your breaths per minute are. That's a really odd display. I'm not sure what's going on there. But down here it's showing, that looks like heart rate of 12. Well, let's wait till the measurement stops. Okay, there we go. 14 BPM. I guess that was just a holding thing there because we hadn't done this. And it's as easy as just saying measure. But it's not available to scroll through. It's something you have to get to, unfortunately, here. That's breath rate. Then you have breath training. This is where it's going to have you breathe in, breathe out. It's giving a countdown. There's no sound coming out of it. There's no vibration coming out of it. So you have to watch your watch and inhale along with it and then exhale along with it. You notice this one's really slow compared to quite a few we've seen before, but that is adjustable. So you have the inhale-exhale capability to work with that. And it's on moderate right now. Breath training is that one. You have a built-in calculator for this, and it's pretty decent. Nice digits, black against white, easy to see. You have stopwatch capability in here. We always check to see whether or not you can leave the stopwatch easily. And what happens when you press the button? It stops. I can leave. I come back in. And it is where it is, but you can't leave it while it's running. So it doesn't run in the background on this one, but you can pause it and come back in. You got countdown timers, a whole bunch of them, and you can add even more. You've got remote camera capability, find your phone, and then overall settings, which we've already been in, but we haven't changed to a different watch face yet. Check that one out. Pretty interesting. You also can get to settings right here, and we're going to change the always on display to style 3, my favorite. I really like this one. But before we do that, let's give you a different watch face. Here's another really nice one. Lots of detail in these faces. Tap the button, and there's your third always on display. It's giving you the date in red and giving you the time in a blue indicator. So you got 2 digital, 1 analog for the always on display. And in terms of the actual watch faces, we've got this one, which is really good, very big. You've got time, including seconds, in case you're doing stuff where you're trying to time it to seconds, and your basic heart rate, step count, calories burned, and such on that one. And you can download them from the app, and this is one I downloaded because I got my forecast up here as well as my step count. I can show power level on this one and heart rate. I really like this one. It's white against black. It's right in the middle, so cranking up the brightness, this is an easy one to see outside. It's in the app, and let me show it to you along with the entire app right now. From the Google Play Store, you're looking for Kospet Fit. This is what the icon looks like. It's got all these different features. Let's take a look at it. Hit open, it'll launch into the app. Of course, I've already got it set up, registered, paired with the watch. It's updating the data, shows us our temperature, syncing, and different cards here, which we'll go into in a moment. There we go, finished sync. and it's displaying everything on the first page. We've got 1537 steps. Tap here. You see the steps per hour, and this scale will adjust to fit appropriately what your steps are. It also shows you the breakdown of the number of steps, calories burned each hour, and more if you want. And, of course, summaries, weekly, monthly, and you can change days. You can go back and see previous days on here. I've been wearing this one for a while. We come back here to heart rate now. Oh, you touch here and you can actually see the heart rate at the particular time the measurement was taken. If you hit the title, you'll go into a deeper chart where you can see it expanded. You can get your minimum, maximum, and other information and show you where you are in your different overall stages. When I see something like that, that's an aberration. I don't even see it on the chart itself. So there was a little hiccup there because, like I said, I was wearing it on the inside of my right wrist instead of on my left arm. But that just shows you, the sensitivity of having it in the proper place when you wear it. I've got yesterday, here we go. Here's some high activity that I was doing. And here's where I took the watch off. You see it's not catching in the middle there. It will show you a line between the two readings, the end and the beginning one. I was cutting trees and stuff, and I just didn't want to wear the watch while I was doing that. So I started that work, then I took it off, and that's in my recovery period. But that's in there. Another one here, just day after day after day. So lots of different heart rate readings I've got. Last night's sleep time, broken down now. Deep, light, awake, and rapid eye movement. This is the awake, that's the REM, that's the light and the deep, and it shows you the breakdown of when things occurred. It'll show you how many minutes you were in those zones and give it to you from day to day to day. And there's all the previous days that I wore this as well, with the total, the breakdown, and of course, oh, look at this. It'll tell you if you snoozed or took a nap. So here's 2 naps on that particular day. Here's 3 naps on that particular day. Huh, you'd think Uncle Tix likes to nap, wouldn't you? Blood pressure. Now, I mentioned that this is not continuous, but you can tap on it to see the reading. And you can go in here, and this is these are on the chart showing you the time that the reading was taken, but you have to initiate those either from the app, you can do it right here, or from the watch itself. It'll store that and transfer it over here. And that's how you can watch your blood pressure. Now, blood oxygen, this gives you the actual chart. And it's showing a concern level for me, and sadly, I think that may be accurate. I'm in around the 95%, not 97, 98. So, combined with a lot of other things you've seen with Uncle's charts and data regarding heart rate and blood, I definitely need to be taking better care of myself. This is low blood oxygen registered at 8 a.m. on this day, which is today. Here's a previous day, bouncing all over the place. Look at that. Interesting curves. Lots of warning signs here, as low as 81. I really don't know about that. Anyway, again, I was taking it, using it on the inside of my right wrist. So your information will definitely vary and hopefully be a little higher and more accurate. These are the charts. I can turn these on or off, any of them, and that's what's captured in the main screen. When you come to sports now, this allows you to do walking, outdoor running, cycling, swimming, all these different things. The ones that invoke GPS, like running outdoors, will tie in with the GPS in the phone. So if you're willing to take your phone with you when you do these outdoor activities with your watch, you'll be able to get the track and show it on the map. But there's no standalone GPS in the watch. There it is. Nice, huh? I know. This is like a 3D kind of thing. I don't know if it's coming through on the picture for you, but the white and the red float in different planes, it looks like. It's a very interesting effect. Cool. Anyway, you got that on here. When you go to watch now, you get the information on the device itself. Here's the different watch faces, and there's lots of them in a lot of different categories. They call them minimalist, pointers. This is where the classic one that they show in their, their advertising right there in a blue, light blue, which is what I have on the watch, but you can put it in different colors if you want to. I like that one. It's just kind of a plain gray type. I think that's all of them on there. Yeah. No, there's more. Oh, there's a whole bunch more. Wow. Okay. So you get the feel for how many different categories of faces that you've got. Yeah, pointers with digital. They seem to like to do that a lot. You got space themed, number, digital themed, overall sports related, mechanical type illustration. These are like graphic cartoons with digital time on them, and they're very creative in the font they use for the fonts for the time displays as well. You can turn on or off heart rate and blood oxygen, save your battery a little bit, I presume, or record everything. There's your call reminder, SMS, all the different apps that you have on your phone. You can turn those selectively on or off to read them in notifications. You got these sedentary reminders, do not disturb, your universal settings. Remote photo, you can set that up and find your bracelet. You can have the bracelet looking for the mobile phone. Okay, so you can, if you lose your phone more often than your bracelet, you can try to find it backwards. Your units are available here. Basic stuff. And of course, you can change your languages in here as well. You can clear the data, do firmware updates and such. Here is where you set your information up. You can do a training plan if you want to. Set the number of steps per day, I believe, and then do next, and what days you're going to do training on, and then, all right, select a day, Wednesday, and then when you're going to start doing that. So if you want to ease into training, or if you're already training and you want to like really accelerate your training, you can do a training plan directly in here. Ladies, your physiological cycle information is all available in here. You can set up all of that right here from that gear. And then there's the official mall, which will take us to Kospet, which is showing you. There's a beautiful color picture of this watch. Nice, huh? Okay, that's pretty much the app. After sales service, background permissions, feedback, and your overall system settings. Showing you all of this, and this is where you can log out of your account, and you can delete your account if you're going to get rid of the watch and you don't want to have an account in the Kospet domain anyway. And that's the app. So last thing, here it is on. This is what it looks like. You got buttons. This will toggle you between either off or always on display, and your watch face of choice. Long press and hold will get you into the power off mode if you want to shut it down. The sports side takes you into all of the sporting activities that you've set for it. It doesn't go anywhere from here. You have to pick one. If you want to bail out of that, you can slide over or push the button to do it. So, what about this thing? Well, it is truly revolutionary. It is military grade certified to MIL standard 810H. Really, really advanced structured design and implementation in this one. It's got curved Gorilla Glass on the surface. You see that curving around the edges? And it's really, really rugged. It's certified IP69K, right? And 10 ATM waterproof with a 2-year warranty on it. Really sweet watch. I highly recommend it if you want something that's going to last you a long time, that is definitely safe and secure. It's got cobalt battery in it. It's a sweet little watch. And the cool thing is, it's just coming out. Kospet recently listed this on their website, so it's brand new. And you can pick it up directly from their website as well. Use the link in the show notes and check for a coupon discount I could have there for you. Also, you could jump over to AliExpress because Kospet has an official store on AliExpress. It's a little bit more, but there's a coupon discount already that'll bring it back down to the same price. And again, hopefully we'll have a coupon discount you can stack on top of this. So check the show notes. Use the link down there. It helps us out. All righty, gang. That's it. Really, really sweet watch. I love this one. I'm going to have fun with it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.